No, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision, they called it freedom of speech, but there's another reason which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You could do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag,
Hello and welcome back, and thanks for choosing to hang out with your host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D, and you're on the Brick Road Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. We really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us. Also, before we get into everything, please make sure to hit that like, hit that share, hit the subscribe, and smash the notification for me. It really is the easy and free way to help get this channel to grow as big as possible.
Far up as it can go.
Yes, sir. So, we got some crazy stuff that happened, and mind you, we record these, like a day in advance, so this is happening as of right now. This trans shooting at the church, it really needs to be something that needs to be addressed as a whole.
Absolutely, and I also think that that there is a cultural attack going on right now against religion in general, especially Jew and Christianity and Judaism. It seems to be the two that are targeted the most, but in general, religion has been under attack now for about a half a century, and now it's becoming dangerously under attack. And if you're a Christian and you have children now, you have to worry now that they're going to be shot up during Wednesday's Mass through the stained glass windows. This is crazy.
Very crazy. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we'll let the police chief over in Minneapolis explain it to you guys a little bit.
I want to make sure that we are providing the most accurate information possible, particularly as we speak around our victims. At this point, we know we have a total of 19 victims from this tragedy. 2 were young children, ages 8 and 10. That were sitting in the pews at Mass when they were shot and killed. They were pronounced deceased on the scene. There were another 14 children between the ages of 6 and 15 that were injured by gunfire. There were also 3 adults in their 80s that were parishioners here attending Mass that were also shot in this incident. The families of all of the children that have been affected have been notified. The coward that shot these victims took his own life in the rear of the church.
That is so true. Why do these cowards always take their own life instead of standing up and reaping what, getting the responsibility for what they do? I don't understand it.
Because they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. They just want the history books to remember them for that moment in time, no matter how hideous and non-glorious it really is. This person really hated Christians.
Really bad. Really bad.
And I mean, to the point that it was willing to, I'm not calling it a he or a she. I'm calling it an it because I'm not being politically correct on this. My understanding, what was it? It was a girl, or was it initially a boy, right? Named Robert, correct?
I think so.
And then,
I believe
and
so.
Now his name is, or her name is Robin. See, and you know what? It's not my job to figure that out. That's up to them.
No,
putting this responsibility on society to begin with was wrong in the first place.
If they were born a guy, they're a guy. So I don't know what to tell anybody. I'm not here to play their games or their charades or who's who and what's what. If you're a guy, you're a guy.
I've heard two different stories, and I've heard that it's a trans male, and then I've heard that it's a trans female. So honestly, and then the one name is Robert, and the other is Robin, both of which are male names too.
Yeah.
You know, one obviously is clearly a female also.
Right.
So I don't know if it's a trans female or it's a trans male. I'm confused, but I do know this.
Well, I do
know this.
I'll go farther actually to say that it's not even just a trans whatever. It's a left-wing lunatic, because he also he wrote on clips like F Donald Trump and all kinds of stuff like that. So this becomes more political even now too.
Political and also very anti-Christian.
Yes, it's crazy.
He attacked a Christian school on purpose. That was definitely planned, and obviously premeditated. Right here kind of gives it away.
Man, I mean, if you guys want to see how crazy this dude is, check this stuff out.
Yeah, this is right. Time out for a second, Bird. Time out. This is from his Facebook page. Is that what it's from? Or
something. I'd imagine
social media.
I'd imagine X, if anything, because this seems like something you could put on X and it'd be okay.
Oh yeah, because you're right. Facebook would have taken that down. All right, okay.
Yeah.
So it was social media. That's all I was just trying to figure out.
Yeah, this is from one of his social media accounts. You might even be right. It might be Twitter or something. Who knows? This dude's obviously a fucking nut job.
9mm go bang.
Wow.
It's a lot of magazines, man.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of magazines for someone as crazy as this person obviously was. I mean, how? First of all, if you're a trans and you're going through all these hormonal changes and you're taking all these medications, you shouldn't be allowed to buy a gun anyway. That should be under the Weapons of Disability Act, because right now there's a mental illness going on with this individual. That's obvious, and guns are not in the right hands with an individual like this. But you know what's funny is the left is so against guns, but yet I have not heard them blame the trans yet.
Nope.
They've been blaming the guns and the availability. This is true, but if they would have followed the federal law and the Weapons of Disability, this person never would have had a gun to begin with. So that's not the fault of the state of Minnesota.
Well, if they call it for what it really is and being a problem with the trans community, instead of they can mask it as a gun problem, and it's a win-win for them because they take attention away from it being a part of the trans community, and it puts attention on gun control for them. So it's like killing two birds with one stone for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Look how psychotic this person is. They write all these crazy sentiments on their magazines. Look at this.
It's insane.
Made in the ha 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 ha, pain and hate. It's almost like Joker. He thinks he's the Joker or something.
Probably does. He probably in his mind probably fantasizes about running through Gotham City, running around Gotham City, smiling and dancing and doing the crazy Joaquin Phoenix routine. But that's just in the movies. In real life,
so
I'll tell you what, he was heavily armed. I'll give her that, or give him that, or give it that. They were definitely heavily armed.
On this one, it says, sure. I'm the woker, baby. Why so? Does that say Quarius or Queenus? I think it says Quarius.
It's Quarius. I heard her say it.
Okay.
Or heard it say it. Yeah, Quarius. They were talking. I mean, I think she actually, or he, or whatever, actually says the words.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find
I'm the woker, baby. Why so curious?
Wild.
Oh, pause for a second. I just got it. I'm the woker,
Yeah.
basically the woke version of the Joker.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm the woker. The Joker.
The woke version of the Joker. I get it.
And then
Okay,
instead
that's
of
why
why
the
so
goofy
serious,
laugh.
instead of why so
Why so-
serious, why so querious?
Aquarius, yeah, okay, nice play on words for a lunatic. You know, the irony of it is this clown probably would have made a good actor or actress. You know what I mean? Definitely crazy enough.
For sure. Vape God. All right.
Fucking lunatic. Seriously, this
Evine
person
Holmes.
is just...
Lanza. Who are these people? Whitman Lepine.
Whitman, I know, I mean, maybe they're talking about Charles Whitman.
Yeah, I don't know.
He sat on the Texas A&M and shot a bunch of. It was in Texas. I don't know. Don't hold me to the.
Oh,
A&M
maybe
part,
these
'cause-
are his psychopath heroes.
These are all his psychopath heroes. So what was one of the other names?
Alvine Holmes.
Levine is one.
Lanza.
Lance, I'm not sure about, but Whitman, I definitely know. They're all shooters.
Yeah, bunch of weirdos.
Cool school shooters at that.
Probably all what they are.
Remember the Levine one was that was a trans shooter too, wasn't it?
I believe
The Levine
so.
one?
I think so. That was a couple years ago, correct?
Yeah. A few years back, yeah.
Skibbity.
Skibbity.
Skibbity Riz.
Oh, scum gang.
Gong gang.
What's wrong with this guy?
Kick a spick. Well, we know he's a racist too.
This dude's a nut job.
Yeah.
The big boy.
Nut job racist.
Fucking rip and tear.
Dude, that is a lot of fucking hardware, man. That's a lot of ammo in that thing.
That's a lot
See what it
of.
says on there? Look, he's a total freaking racist.
This dude's a nut job, bro.
It says fart N-word. Nice Glock. No, that is that a Glock? It's a Taurus. He put a smiley face on the slide pin. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see it? He had a smiley face on the slide pin.
This dude's nuts, bro.
Crazy insane. Too bad I didn't accidentally shoot him. That's a Heritage
Smoke.
arm. These are all
Extra
cheap guns
thick.
that he bought.
I'm just like in disbelief.
Eat shit, motherfucker. Ah, koshmar.
And a Chinese. How dare you buy a Chinese shotgun? What a. You know what?
No
he couldn't even have the
remorse.
decency to buy a Remington. I'm just kidding. He shouldn't have any of those guns. That shit's crazy.
This is wild. He's
Dude, that's
literally.
like $175 shotgun though. Maybe 250. He sounds crazy, dude.
Nut job. This is the definition of a liberal nut job.
Dude, that is beyond. I mean, even the crazy liberals that we know, dude, they don't hold a candle to this dude's ass,
I
bro.
don't.
Seriously.
This is wild.
I mean, this is a whole different level of crazy.
Yeah, dude.
This is Hollywood movie making crazy right here.
I feel like I'm watching a movie right now.
Yeah, like the Jeffrey Dahmer one or something. Did he at least get a nice AR-15?
Vivimos en el sociedad.
He literally took all the time to write all this stuff on his guns.
What a wacko.
What a nut job.
Well, you're here.
Wow. That gun itself is illegal. Do you know why?
It says kill pedos, but then he kills kids. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you look, there's that handle that he has underneath. It kind of makes it illegal now.
Really?
I think Trump actually bumped that back, but it was illegal for a couple of years under Biden.
Oh shit.
So the way people were getting around it is they were just clipping it on the side like this.
Oh really? Instead of putting it underneath.
Instead of putting it underneath. It might be legal again now, though. I know Trump signed a lot of gun orders. So.
Right. It's just like, I'm like in disbelief watching this for real. I just don't know really what to say. This is wild that this dude took the time to literally write all this stuff on these guns to just go kill a bunch of kids.
Yeah, he's a dang lunatic for sure, man. Who's Caleb?
It says kebab.
Oh.
Fuck Nigel. That dude raped someone.
Well, he just hates everything, don't he?
Yeah.
He hates everyone. You notice he's also Niger is a Islamic country, bro.
Crazy.
Got my new headphones so I can hear them scream.
What?
Nice. Oh, we got good shit. Here's my belt. Yeah.
6 million what?
Who knows?
It's just 6 million wasn't. This guy's a nut job.
Dude, that's all I can see. This is certifiably like, dude, nobody saw this. I mean, come on. This is all probably a reaction to all them fucking drugs they've had him on too, man.
And all the
You know what I'm
propaganda
saying?
that the media puts out.
Dude, I'm starting. This guy's got to giving me the creeps, bro. I don't know how much more of this shit I could actually watch. That kid's giving me the creeps. I don't know how anybody even
This is
thought they had
wild.
the right mind to sell him all those guns.
Yeah, I would have looked at him and second guessed myself.
I mean, there has to be something in the database about him doing all the different hormones and stuff, right? I mean, the federal government doesn't have that.
Oh yeah, check. I got my shirt. Skazoo. Better than the best.
What does that say?
I got my
KMFDM.
patch.
They were a punk metal band from the 90s.
FSB. Maybe I look like a cop and I won't get rushed or something. I don't know. But shit, let's do this before things all get in. Ew.
What? This is like crazy.
Yeah, dude.
This is. I'm like.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know what to say other than like,
Checking this out.
man, it sucks that this dude ended up pulling the trigger on himself.
Got more Jew gas taped on his head.
Well, he was planning all this to begin with, dude. He knew he was killing himself when he bought that first gun.
Oh, there's Garfield. This is all too fucking real. Nigga. Yeah. Tomorrow. I love you.
Oh, boy. I don't know, man.
You know the craziest thing about this Double D is this douchebag piece of shit mayor in Minneapolis wants
Who's that, Frey? Is that his name, Jason Frey or something?
Yeah, wants to defend this shit. And
of course he does.
And turn it like how I was talking about the two birds with one stone and make it seem like it's a gun problem when it's not a gun problem.
Nope, and he's also trying to make it sound like it's a anti-trans problem, and it's not that either.
No, it's not that. It's just calling it for what it really is.
Yeah, I mean, he just, you know what? Go ahead, let him tell the audience.
Yep.
Let him tell them himself.
Throughout the morning, we have seen this extraordinary Minneapolis family. step up in thousands of different ways. People with strength, resilience, compassion, and love for the families that have been forever impacted by this heinous act. We want to make sure that we're doing everything possible for them right now, and I want to give a special thank you, and we are so grateful to all of the faculty and the teachers at Annunciation. The way that they acted during severe threat and danger was nothing short of heroic. This is a tragic and horrible event that should never occur, and it would have been all the more tragic and horrible had they not stepped in, at times perhaps put themselves in danger to protect others.
Which I'll give him that. He's right about that. True.
Well, he's absolutely correct about that, but there is a way to prevent all this.
Yeah, and his way of preventing it isn't the way.
No, I mean, you can prevent it with armed security or maybe trained teachers with LEO experience or LEO training. I mean, it's about time that we, okay, we already know where he's going with this, okay? So we're going to go ahead and let him go with that, and I'll make my comment afterwards. But I do want to say this, though. He is right. This kind of cowardice act cannot happen. This has got to stop.
Yep.
And I'm glad that the people of Minnesota have been able to at least find some unity in a time of serious division and hate that actually caused this tragedy in the first place.
Horrible as this has been, it could have been far worse. I'm grateful for our law enforcement partners, our police officers in the Minneapolis Police Department and other law enforcement agencies well beyond that step up, that answered the call to make sure that they were running towards danger when so many of the rest of us would have run in the other direction. Thank you. We are so appreciative of your service.
Ran in the other direction.
To Principal DeBoer and your whole team, the ethic that you have showed, the love that you've shown, it's flat out incredible. And at the same time,
here it comes.
Look, we need to be doing more than talking. It can't just be words.
Oh, yeah?
There needs to be action.
About what?
And when we have seen school shooting after school shooting, when we have seen churches get shot up by horrible actors, I think
Is he saying the quiet part out loud, though?
I think so. He's getting ready to say it.
No, actors? So. Is he saying the quiet part out loud by saying actors? Curious.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good
guess. Has to
though.
Be on all of us as leaders to do a whole lot more, to recognize that we've got more guns in this country than we have people. And it's on all of us to recognize the truth and the reality that we can't just say that this shouldn't happen again and then allow it to happen again.
Well, then get some armed security.
It's on all of us.
It's real simple, Mr. Mayor.
And
armed security in the
I
schools.
have heard about a whole lot of hate that's being directed
at our trans Cleveland.
Anybody who is using this as an opportunity to villainize our trans community or any other community out there has lost their sense of common humanity. We should not be operating out of a place of hate for anyone. We should be operating from a place of love for our kids.
So the shooter who operated out of a place of hate and killed and injured innocent kids and elderly people too that were involved, right?
Yeah.
But but us calling it for what it is hate. No, in all actuality, by you guys lying to these trans people and believing in their fucking delusion and their land of the lost and their place of make-believe, you're actually doing harm to them by instead of being honest and open with them and hoping that they'll get over that shit, right? And people don't realize that by feeding into people's delusions actually is not showing love, but it's actually showing hatred for that person.
I'm going to take it a step further than that. Bird.
Yeah.
Not only are they have they been selling themselves out into this delusion that boys can be girls and girls can be boys, they've also turned them into medical experiments too. They have turned them into a very lengthy, costly medical experiment.
Yeah, and we're paying for it.
And we're paying for that on the tax dollars with Medicaid.
Yep.
All right. And if we're going to be doing that, it's clear and obvious that these people have issues and they're going to be on hormones and they're going to have estrogen versus testosterone doing all these switches back and forth and all of these mental issues going on. How come this is not under the Weapons of Disability Act?
Yeah.
If you are going through any type of trans therapy or trans conversion or trans surgery or anything of that sort, do your thing. You be you, you go ahead. But it better be someone who's 18 and over. In this case, the person he was 23. So he met that criteria. But if you're going through this is a mental disability. You should not be allowed to buy a gun.
Oh, without a doubt,
1,000%. Weapons of Disability Act.
1,000%.
Yeah, more guns than people? No. How about follow the rules that you actually already have on the books?
Right.
See, they don't want to do that, though. The reason why, Bird, you want to know why they don't want to do that?
Yeah.
Because they want to demonize the tool.
Right.
Not the
that's just because it's because they want control, and if they don't have control of it, they want to take away control from anybody, right? For example, it's just like the whole tobacco thing, how or remember the whole hemp thing, how weed was illegal because of hemp, and it's because the tree market didn't want the hemp market to grow as big as they were because it would crush them. You know what I mean? And
it was a competition for sure.
Right.
So they demonize it, came out with reefer madness and all that other crazy shit.
Yeah, and it's just like, so it's all just demonizing just to make everybody think it is what it really isn't.
You know what's ironic about that, since you brought up that one?
Yeah.
That campaign was a strong campaign by the Democrats during their socialist movement of the 1930s under FDR.
So Democrats love socialism.
Dude, they really do. They call themselves Americans. They call themselves Democrats.
Right.
There's nothing democratic about them. If there was, Kamala Harris never would have gotten the nomination. They would have had another election, and they would have let the people decide that democratically. I am so sick and tired of the Democrat hypocrisy, bro. And this is just another one of those just like the weed thing of the 1930s. They're now demonizing the gun. Why? Because they don't want to compete with it.
Because they don't control it. Because they don't control it.
That's right. They can't control it.
It's kind of like Elon Musk being a crybaby about not getting electric car mandates because he knows that he doesn't get a part of that then.
Right. Well, he was being a crybaby about that. I mean, he did do that.
Right.
I still like Elon. I'm not going to bust on Elon too much.
I like him too, but I'm still going to call it how I see it.
But he knew that was coming. He knew that was coming. I mean, that was part of that. I mean, Donald Trump did not make that a secret.
No.
And Elon bragged about it until it happened. And then all of a sudden he was upset. No. I know what he was thinking. I'm going to curb the favor. And anyway, that's a story for a different day.
So we were talking earlier about them having self-accountability. Instead of the accountability being, with the trans community, no, we got to start putting self-accountability in the hands of the actual person. Here's another situation that happened more recently, and I think I just told you about this earlier, if I'm not mistaken, right? Rampage Jackson's son, Rajah Jackson, who is also a trained MMA fighter. If you don't know who Rampage is, he's a UFC legend. He's one of the UFC fighters that more was a boxing style more than anything, but he could do other things. He could take you to the ground, but he liked to stand up and he liked to box with you. That was one of his things, right? So his son is also an MMA trainer. A lot of people
down. So you take a lot of people to the ground, though.
Right, for sure. Oh, without a doubt, for sure. UFC gets crazy and it gets intense.
Yeah, I mean, you're hitting the mat. That's all there is to it.
So his son went to like a local wrestling event, and one of the wrestlers thought that he was a worker because he saw the camera set up, the way the dude was approaching him. It made him seem like he was one of the workers. So the dude hit him in the head with a can of beer. Right? No big deal. No blood. No nothing. Just a quick hit in the head. And then once he noticed what was going on, and I'll show you guys in a little bit. Once he realized that Raja wasn't a worker, he apologized to him. So when you accept somebody's apology as a man right there, if you're going to do anything about it, you do something about it, right? But they set it up to where like, hey, you know what? Since you got your cameras rolling and you are who you are, we'll set this up to where you come in the ring, you slam him one time, and you punch him to make it seem like you're getting your get back. It was all supposed to be more scripted and more gimmicked than real. So we're about to see the video. It's kind of sick when I watch it. This dude, Raja, just took it to another level, and if you ask me, this is attempted murder.
This horrific.
Legit, I don't even like watching it. Like,
this is temper, dude. So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So the cameraman actually did set this up then. So the cameraman is an accomplice, then, Bird.
No, not the cameraman. Him and another wrestler were outside talking, and they set it up to where like, hey, you'll come in and slam me one time and just punch me, and that's it. But the dude kept going because he was live streaming, and his live stream was egging him on. His dad called him and was talking shit to him, so he took it a step further and actually like almost killed this dude. Yeah,
so
it was
him and the actual wrestler.
Him and the wrestler and the other wrestler.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
I'll show you the other wrestler that was involved here in a minute.
Hard to watch attack has shaken the pro wrestling world to its core. In the allegedly unscripted viral moment, Raja Jackson, who is the son of UFC great Quinton Rampage Jackson, climbed into the ring during a match in Sun Valley, California, and attacked Psycho Stu. He body slammed the bearded wrestler, then pummeled his face more than 20 times, apparently to the point of unconsciousness.
Wow.
Psycho Stu, whose real name is Stuart Smith, is reportedly doing fine and recovering, but the damage to Raja Jackson's career is done.
He's done.
TMZ reports that cops were called to the scene on August 20th.
No, I will say this, okay? I will say this.
He made a bad choice.
He if he goes to jail, if he gets lucky, and he doesn't get attempted murder charges, and he just gets like assault and battery, and does like 2 or 3 years, he can get out and still have a career. Mike Tyson went to prison. He got out and still had a career. He could still get out and have a career. Possibly. Now, if he gets like 20 years, no, he's done. He's done.
Now, here's the thing. I'm just going by the fact that the two of them made the arrangement together.
Yeah.
And then, we obviously it got egged on from outside sources, but the original arrangement, I think, kind of takes attempted murder off the table, bro. Seriously.
No, because he took it beyond scripted.
Yeah, I know, but they still had an agreement. And
yeah, but they didn't have an agreement for him to really hit him. They had an agreement for him to scripted hit him.
Right. But the body slam.
The body slam was what knocked him out.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe that wasn't deliberate to knock him out, dude.
No, it was. If you see how he slams him, he slammed him.
He did. He slammed him like with all his might. And he dropped him on the back of his neck. But I've seen a lot in wrestling. You know what I mean?
You see that a lot in wrestling, though. But you see that a lot where it's scripted and it just looks like that. That's how you know if a wrestler's good or not, is if it looks like that, but it's not that.
Now, with that said, when the referees were like, get off of him, and he was refusing to get off of him, that's where he took it too far.
Oh, yeah.
So there's the consequences. I don't think he's going to get attempted murder.
I don't think so either. I think he should.
I mean,
if I was the judge, I'd push for attempted murder.
Well, it's going to be the prosecution that pushes
for
anything,
whoever it was. If I was a prosecutor, I'd push for attempted murder.
I mean, I can see them pushing for it, but honestly, man, I don't think that's what it is. I think because that. I think it actually was a situation that got taken too far. Yeah. He was mad about getting hit in the head with the beer can. I think he just took it too far. I don't think that was intended.
Yeah, but if you take a situation too far and you kill somebody, you still kill somebody.
Oh yeah, and it would have been manslaughter off the get for sure.
That's why.
That's 3 to 5. That's 3 to 5.
Let's say attempted manslaughter then.
Well, I mean, if he would have died, it would have been manslaughter. I mean, you could say attempted manslaughter, I guess. It's still probably going to be the same amount of time, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Third, the LAPD has launched a...
Yeah.
Murder takes intent, brother. That means he had to have been telling himself, I'm going in there, I'm going to kill this guy.
Well,
I'm just saying, I don't think that was the case.
Well, man. From what he was saying, he said, I'm going in there and I'm getting him.
Yeah, but I'm getting him means I'm fucking and whooping his ass. You know, I mean, at least that's how I would have thought.
Think about it like this. If that wrestler wouldn't have got him off, he would have kept going.
And I think where he kept going before the wrestler, if he would have died, it would have for sure been a manslaughter possible. Well, if he would have died, they may have said, well, you kept punching him. You punched him 35 times when he was down. You were trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So,
it could go either way. It could go either way.
It could go either way. I personally don't think it's going to go.
It's Rampage's son. It's probably not going to go that way. We'll see, though.
But attempted manslaughter or, aggravated assault and battery, those still hold a few years of time. He's still going to do some time.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless the victim and him come to some kind of outside agreement where the victim's like, you know what? I don't want him to go to jail. I don't want to ruin his life. Everything's okay. But he does got to pay for it somehow. Whether it be financially or maybe he spends 100 days working in a place with people with physical disabilities from dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Like a nursing home. Yeah. So he can see it firsthand what his actions could have caused.
Oh,
I think they could just make something good out of this bad.
If I was the judge or the prosecutor and I see that video, I'd push for 20 years. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm pushing 20 years.
Again, I'm curious. We're going to have to revisit this down the road because I want to see where it goes.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Did he take it too far? I would say so. He absolutely took it too far.
Yep.
Criminal investigation. So what the hell happened? The violent, unplanned attack went down during a private wrestling event at Knox Pro Academy. It was apparently in retaliation to an altercation between the men earlier that day. Outside the venue, Stu had smashed a beer on Raja's head.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little...
It seemed to be setting up a storyline for the show. The two were later seen making amends on the live stream, but then things took a dark turn. And now social media videos have emerged showing Raja in a blood-stained white shirt and visibly seething with rage following the incident.
See, all right, if he would have slammed him and punched him one time, all right, fine. But in all honesty, if you were that mad about it, you should have did it right then and there when the dude was saying sorry to you and you accepted his apology. You should have punched him before that and then say, here, all right, now we're good.
You know what happened here, Bird? All those phone calls and people on the other end.
Yep, egging him on.
He was a bitch. Dude, you got punked out. You got to do something about that. Of course, they probably didn't mean for him to go to that distance, though.
Yeah.
They probably been go there, slam his ass down, slap him around a few times.
This is why you don't let other people influence you, and you just do you. You just be yourself.
And when he was doing himself, he basically was like, obviously it was a misunderstanding. I don't know if dude should have popped the beer can over his head either. That
no,
was,
well, what it was,
he thought he was. No, he thought he was an.
Yeah, he thought he was a worker, and he apologized to him even and everything. You know, which is cool. I'd be like, it's cool.
Well, wait a minute. He thought he was a worker, so why would he think it's okay to hit him with a beer can?
Well, they do things like that.
I mean, dude, I'll be honest with you, man. If I was just working somewhere,
No. He thought
was,
he thought he was a wrestler, like he was a worker, like a wrestler.
Okay. So he thought he was like
because he saw the camera. He saw the dude had cameras on him and stuff.
I'm sorry, I thought you meant like the guy was working the broom room. Or
no,
something,
so if you ever see so one thing I learned, I just learned this more recently. If you ever see on TV, if you see like a random cameraman or something during a wrestling match get hurt, that's scripted into it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All right,
I just learned that because this cameraman sued a wrestling company, and because he got pushed and wasn't supposed to, and like got whiplash from it and stuff.
Gotcha. So the bottom line is, this kid went too far.
Yeah, he just took it too far. No, we'll get to that in 1 second.
Pissed me off though, Andre.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the phone call. Yeah.
No, they can't make it up. He's in the ring, flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to.
He's very right. You didn't have to do all that.
I'll call you back later.
Raja reportedly tried to justify his actions, saying
That
he
was
was
stupid.
tired of mother
He's right
playing
though.
with me
Yeah.
and calling me bitch and
Look.
and that at
Yeah,
the end of the
see, that's
day,
what it
I'm gonna
was.
stand up for my self. The wrestling organization Nox Pro condemned Raja's behavior on Facebook, calling it selfish, irresponsible, and even heinous. Raja's dad, Quinton Rampage Jackson, echoed this sentiment, writing, "I don't condone my son's actions at all." Rampage Jackson, age 47, is a former UFC light heavyweight champion who went 38-14 in his career. But now with his son's out-of-control temper, his legacy could be in jeopardy.
No,
That's absolutely true, man.
I don't see. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Well, you talking about the father's legacy?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
It's still going to be a black eye on it, dude.
No, because his legacy's already cemented in stone.
Right, but I'm just saying this is just going to be from the perspective of having dude, he's got a great fighting record.
Yeah,
and he probably had a good record as a stand-up guy, and now it's like, dude, he raised that kid, so
yeah.
Hey, at least you know what, man? It sounds to me like the father's holding himself accountable for the actions.
Kinda,
which to me tells me that he sees a flaw in his child rearing that led to this.
So
honestly, dude, I'm going to commend the old man, dude.
Yeah,
I'm commending him.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm commending Rampage, dude. He is literally doing what nobody has been doing.
Right.
Especially those on the left. Although this is not a left-right situation.
No.
This is still a situation of accountability versus not accountability.
Yes.
You've got a kid who feels he shouldn't be held accountable, and his father is like, no, you absolutely should. I commend Rampage. That was awesome. He's holding his son responsible. Do I think the kid should get attempted murder? No, I don't. But I do think he should have some serious aggravated battery and assault charges.
So this right here, this is the other wrestler that was involved, the one that actually stopped the altercation. And
was that the guy with the makeup, or
no? This was the guy that they showed that like jumped on top of Rampage's son and like really pulled him off of him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well,
when we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking double leg, you fucking prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fucking fighting. I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you fucking punch me in the fucking eye after we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you. The fuck is wrong with you?
So, do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watched the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you got a fucking problem with the fucking world and the people around you, change your fucking people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some fucking help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge, and then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully. You're a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck everybody.
I 1000% agree with him.
Oh no, I do. I agree with everything he's saying.
I 1000% agree.
He's absolutely right about the character of the kid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was a bitch punk ass move.
It was, and he's right. You use the clout of your father to get your name somewhere, and you want to do some punk bullshit like that.
And then he goes and puts that little black guy, because dude, he's a father. I mean, if you're a father, you realize that your children's mistakes are your mistakes too.
Yeah, and this is a prime example of a Nepo baby.
Yeah, a Nepo baby who has no self-control.
Right. This is like Bronny James.
What if that happens if he's at a freaking movie theater? Somebody's like, hey,
speaking
what's he gonna do?
Speaking of Nepo babies, did you see Deion Sanders' other son got kicked off the team? Off of Tampa Bay. He has his other son was drafted as well, Shiloh Sanders. And he got kicked off of Tampa Bay for punching one of the other players on another team during a preseason game.
Hear about that.
I'm like, dude, that's another example of a Nepo baby.
Yeah, no, I just heard about that actually.
Bronny James getting drafted into the NBA when there were players on his team that he played for in USC that were better than him that didn't even get drafted. That is an example of a Nepo baby.
For sure. Hey, did my microphone sound change?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it's, I don't know, it must, okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good. That is the example of a Nepo baby. And listen to this Nepo baby having the audacity to not take responsibility for his own actions.
Then you ruined it.
It wasn't my fucking fault.
Oh yeah,
the goddamn cameraman's fault. I know he's watching this shit. If you watching this shit, nigga, how could you? How fucking could you? That's what I expected, though. It's all good. We gonna fucking figure this shit out.
How is it the cameraman's fault? How possibly?
Because cameraman videotaped him while he was acting the fool.
Yep.
And rather than accept accountability for acting the fool, you'd rather blame the fact that he got caught. But here's the thing. Okay, all the camera's doing is showing the world.
Yeah.
He still did it in front of witnesses.
You can't.
He still did it in front of everybody that was there.
Right.
It's not like he's still getting criminal charges no matter what.
You can't throw magic dust and you see something else on camera from what's actually going on.
Right. I mean, but it doesn't matter because 50 years ago, if you didn't have that camera running, everybody in that room was still a witness to what he did. Either way.
Oh,
he committed aggravated battery and aggravated assault.
So
and with intent, which is why it's aggravated.
I have to say something. So that clip isn't from that. It says this clip is from a stream weeks ago. This poster or this clip is trying to spread false information. Okay, so he didn't really say that. Okay, I'm cool with that. That's fine.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He still that phone call. The phone call still says it all, though. You know, the phone call still says it all.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay, so that was a fake, and we got to watch a funny fake. Great, but
we still saw all the other real stuff. Yeah, all the other stuff is real.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, the point is the kid don't want to accept responsibility. So, you know what? I mean, he's going to take a huge career hit for this, and all I can say is, make sure you ask if they want fries with that burger, dude, because, I mean,
yeah,
You done blew your chances for what you want, what your dream. He blew it for a while anyway. I don't think he blew it forever.
No.
But
So
he just blew it for now.
we're going to end it with this. Trump moves to ban flag burning despite what Supreme Court says. All right.
Well, whoa. Did the new Supreme Court rule on this, or are they talking about the 1971 Supreme Court?
I don't know.
Huh. All right. Well, because I don't think it's been brought before the new Supreme Court, so it's got to be from.
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags.
Yeah.
All over
I'm
the world,
tired
they
of
burn
that.
the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision, they called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You could do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement is.
Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record.
That's
And
right.
you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town. They were gone. Never had a problem after that.
Yeah.
Good point. I agree.
I love it. I feel like this should have been something that should have been put in place years ago. I don't think burning our American flag is freedom of speech. Burning any other flag to me is freedom of speech. But our flag, no. This is our flag. You're supposed to love it and respect it and honor it. We have soldiers that literally would die and hold the flag up so it wouldn't touch the ground.
Absolutely. And you know what, Bird? We have plenty of things in language that's used that free speech really doesn't protect. You can't use the R word in public. You can't use the N word. You can't use the C word. You can't use the K word.
That word.
All right? You can't scream fire in a crowded theater.
Right.
We could go on all day. There's
You
all
can't
kinds
yell bomb on a plane.
You can't yell bomb on a plane. You can't yell bomb in a full stadium.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that you cannot do that, I guess could have been considered free speech. So that kills me is the people who are upset about this law outlawing burning the flag are the same people who have no problem saying from the river to the sea.
Right.
And we know what that means.
Yep.
We know what that means.
It's crazy.
So, sorry.
Sorry.
Not all free speech is protected.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the symbol of your nation, when it is more offensive to burn a Palestinian flag or to burn a French flag or to even burn a British flag, and I know it's really close to ours with the red, white, and blue and the whole bit, but for the sake of it, burning the Union Jack or even take it one step further, the St. George flag. I bet the Brits would be extremely, extremely offended by that.
Right.
But you know what?
I don't care.
We do have the right. We do have the right to burn those flags.
And here's my point. I don't care if other countries burn our flag. Go ahead. We don't care. Stay in your country.
That's right.
Well, when you're in our country, you respect us and you respect our rules.
I really do believe we should have a national flag burning day where we burn all our enemies' flags in effigy. We really should. I'm serious, dude. They've been burning our flag for 60 freaking years now.
Yep.
I want to start burning their flags.
That's true.
We'll start with Canada's and Mexico's too.
Oh, shit. You're trying to start inner city gang wars.
No, I'm just, you know what? You want to burn flags? Then let's burn the flags of everybody else.
That's
How about
great.
grabbing one from Iran and burning that? They're an enemy.
Yeah, we can go light it with the after they bombed the facilities. We can light it with those fires.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's 1 year in prison. It's about time.
About
I'm glad.
time.
No, and if the Supreme Court wants to readdress it, by all means, throw a couple of flag burners in prison for a couple of years, though.
Yep.
Get a couple of them in there. Word of mouth will make them not want to do it again.
That's true. That is true. Well, I think we covered everything for tonight. So, anything else?
We definitely did.
You got anything else to say?
I mean, honestly, I would like to really quick address the whole trans shooter thing one more time, because it is an attack against Christianity.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And this creating this culture that is being created of hating religion and hating God and hating Christianity, or any religion for that matter, for the sake of just hating what's right versus what's bad. It's got to stop.
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Stop attacking Christian children. That's insane.
And forget what the mayor of Minneapolis is saying. This is an attack against the trans community.
No,
we're not attacking the trans community. Attacking the trans community isn't calling what it is. This is just called reality and common sense. I'm sorry if reality hurts your feelings. I don't really give a fuck. I never really gave a fuck, to be honest with you. That doesn't matter to me. How people feel, what people think, that doesn't matter. If you care about that, oh well, that's on you.
Absolutely. And if thinking that being crazy and being hateful towards Christians is an acceptable behavior, then don't be too surprised if those same Christians don't really like the trans community and aren't very supportive.
Exactly.
It's a hell of a way to get you want support from your community outside of your little tiny knit.
Be with
maybe
us.
It's time to, it might be time to stop acting the fool then.
Yeah, or
you do you. When you're 18, you do you.
Hey, listen.
You go and do and be what you want.
Listen, it's either be with us or just put them all in one community and put them together. At this point, that just seems like the only logical thing, because they don't want to adapt to our society. They want to they want to ruin our society.
Well, that one in particular was certifiably crazy.
Yeah.
This person and
well,
that person,
come on.
That person clearly.
Let's be fair. Until Obama made an executive order, they were all certifiably crazy.
Well, I mean, that went to a different.
Listen, if you're a man,
Tennessee took it to a whole different level.
If you're a man and think that you're a woman, I don't care. You are certifiably crazy.
Exactly. I definitely think that it's time to put trans situations and people who are going through the surgeries, through the therapies, through the hormone changes, while all of that is taking place. I'm not saying forever.
Yeah.
When that person has finally crossed over and finished their journey to the other side, and a psychiatrist can say, yeah, you are perfectly normal in society the way you are, like Chaz Bono. You know what I mean? Chaz Bono is probably the only example of where a person seemed kind of like, okay, maybe that was meant to be. All right. But most of the time, this is just grooming and making crazy. So while you're going through the transition, you should not be allowed to buy a handgun, a rifle, a shotgun, or any of that.
Not one.
No.
I'm sorry. Not one trained person should be allowed to own a gun, because they are already mentally ill, and I don't think they should have one at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But once they are certifiably cleared of the crazy at some point down the road, maybe. But honestly, I'm with you. I think if you're never really going to go back to normal. So
no.
I mean, weapons of disability.
Never say never. You could find God one day and realize all the wrongdoing you've done. I have heard of situations where people were going to transition and they were like literally right on the brink of doing it, and then just out of nowhere decided to not do it, and ended up not doing it and having a family and getting married and almost making the worst decision of their life. and it turned out to be a great decision because they didn't do it.
But here's the thing, just one more example. If I personally ended up in a mental institution for a couple of days or for a couple of weeks, maybe let's just say I had a breakdown or whatever happened, right? Okay. And then I end up in a mental institution for a couple of days. I'm not allowed to go buy a gun for 3 years.
Right. Exactly. That's like.
So that's all my point is. It's like, it's weapons of disability. If I end up in a psych ward for 3 days, but then I can't buy a gun for 3 years, if somebody is on these therapies and on these medications, they shouldn't be allowed to buy a gun while that's going on. That's all.
I think no person that thinks that they're trans should be allowed to buy a gun until they don't think that they're trans anymore, and then, like you said, they should have to wait 3 years.
Yeah, I mean,
and show signs of like not being trans anymore. You know what I mean?
Or show signs of not being crazy. I mean, that would be a good start. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say on that. I do think the Weapons of Disability Act would cover this situation, and maybe it's time they start enforcing that in this situation.
Yeah.
Because what we saw there, I mean, dude, this person was comparing themselves to the Joker. There's got to be some history of mental illness with that person somewhere. There's no way there's not. There's no way there's not.
Oh, I mean, like
on that note, I'm going to let it go. Because there's plenty of evidence, I'm sure.
Yep.
We just don't know. It'll all come out in the next couple days.
Yep. All right, everybody. On that note, we're going to end it. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank Double D. I want to thank God most of all, because without him, none of this is possible. I want to thank my family. And on that one, I'm going to toss it off to Double D.
As always, Bert, I'd like to thank you for making this possible. Always thank our audience, because without you, we are nothing. But most importantly, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the opportunity to be here today. And as always, good night, y'all.
All right, everybody. Peace.